What is up, everybody, and welcome to another video here on the channel. So today I have some Star Wars videos. So I've been playing a little bit on my own just to try to do a few things and get a feel for the game. I decided to go to the planet Dathomir, which is an optional planet you can go to early on. I think the game sends you back there later on, but I decided to go there a little early to get a special item that you can get there early. It's a very difficult level. Anyway, smack a like on the video and leave a comment down below, and let's get into today's video. Alright guys, as I said, I went to the planet Dathomir to get a special weapon, which is the double-bladed lightsaber. So I actually had a really good run right here, which you guys are going to see here in a second. But it became more difficult. I don't know how I managed to get so lucky during this first part of the run here, but anyway, you've got to face all these enemies. I got to this one point, this save point, and then I had this last run to get through. These guys are really difficult to beat. I struggled with it quite a bit, but anyway, this right here was probably my best run. I'm playing currently on the Jedi Knight mode, which is the recommended mode, so that's like the normal mode for most players. And then they have like a medium level, which is Jedi Master, and Jedi Grandmaster is like the really hard level. And then there's a story mode level if you feel like you're having a little bit difficult time, which I'll get more on that in a little bit. But anyway, I just totally took out these three guys pretty good. I was so impressed. Check out this move right here. I'm going to jump down on this guy and take him out. Super awesome. So yeah, that was super cool. And yeah, I couldn't believe I did that. So yeah, this is just me just sort of shocked about how things went here. But yeah, so anyway, you get to Dathomir, and then there's a few more things you have to do to get to this point, but I got to that save point, so that's kind of where I was, and I was struggling to get past all of these guys. There's a trick you can use coming up here in a second. When you get to this hallway, there's a room where one is actually hiding around the corner, so I already been to Zepho and got force push, so I've been like pushing him out of the way so he doesn't sneak up on me and I can run in and try to attack him. So that was kind of my strategy going into this fight. I don't remember if I lived through this one or not, because I filmed the game by itself, and then now I'm just sort of doing a film, like a voiceover type thing with my face cam, with some commentary for you guys, just to tell you my experiences and give my reactions. And yeah, see, I died. So it's tough enough getting past those first three guys, and this is meant to be a difficult planet. It is possible to do it, and I'm just not that skilled at gaming. My whole philosophy with gaming in the past has been to just spam the buttons. Like, basically, I grew up mostly just playing Mario Kart and some of Super Smash Brothers on my N64 with my brother. But our N64, for one thing, I think Smash Brothers on N64 was a little bit easier than it is now. I think they've upped the challenge level and the difficulty level, it seems, or maybe I'm just crazy. But anyway, we would just play that, so I didn't have a lot of big experiences gaming. So basically the way that I would play games would be just to press a bunch of buttons and see what would happen. But this game is very tactical in your movements. You have to make sure you're pressing the right buttons at the right time, your timing. And so that's what made it difficult for me. So it's not necessarily that the game itself is difficult, it's just the most difficult thing that I've ever personally played because of that strategy feature. You really need to be familiar with what buttons you're using and remembering what buttons do what and what combinations you can do. And so that proved to be a bit of a challenge for me. So here's me struggling some more to try to beat these guys. I'm doing pretty decent, I feel like, for my skill level. But yeah, so it definitely is a learning curve, and I've enjoyed that about the game. So yeah, it's definitely fun. But yeah, that's kind of my history in gaming there. So yeah. Alright, so we're gonna try to take out this next guy. Alright. So yeah, he goes down pretty easy. I'm feeling good about myself. But then there's this guy behind me that I forgot to take out. So yeah, and then I struggled for a while to get past these three guys again. I like had this really great run when I first turned on the Xbox, and then like I don't know if I just like lost my morale and I was like just too stressed out or something, but yeah, I got killed again. So anyway, the game kept saying something about like changing the difficulty level, and I was like, So I started to look into this a little bit more. And you can actually, in the middle of your save file game, you can go and change the difficulty. So like say you're struggling. I was struggling here and I was like, I'm not giving up. I want this lightsaber. So I put it into story mode. So I was like, you know what? Let's try this story mode. It's like the easiest mode they have. And it actually was really helpful because basically what it does is allow you to actually be able to block the hits and not suffer as much damage so quickly. That was the problem I was having because, like I said, I don't have that gaming history of being able to be like tactical and useful. I just used to spam buttons, not really knowing or paying attention to what I was doing. So for me, that seemed like the best option to use. So I'm not sure if, I don't think I've said it yet on this run, but I did decide to do that, I think, after I die again here shortly. So, yeah, there's the guy that killed me. I did get back all my Force life and XP, so that was good. But yeah, it's after several attempts to not get much further than these three right here, I decided to take that option and try it out. So we're going to see that run here in a second. So yeah, I managed to make it through there. I tried a couple attempts too where I just like sort of tried to run past them, but they chase you and they chase you quite a ways. So then you end up with like 4 or 5 of them trying to attack you. So like it's designed in a way where you have to take out the enemies if you want to be successful and make it through the area. Or you can, like, if you're really talented, maybe you can run through it and make your way, but I was not able to do it. So I set it to story mode and thought I'd give it a try. And so, yeah, so I made it past those 3 guys. I guess I didn't record that part, but I believe this right here is going to be my run where I am on story mode currently. So I made it past the first 3. Then we have this guy that was hiding in the corner, and he's giving me a rough time. But if you watch closely, like, you can see when he's attacking me, I'm not losing as much damage. I was better with my blocking, and my blocking's actually, like, helped me survive it this time. Like, I feel like before I was blocking, but it still wasn't doing anything. They were, like, taking me out so quickly. And so this kind of allowed me to, like, survive. And we got a killer move right there. And, yeah, I was like, yes, I took him out. I can go further now. I made it to the stairs. I think I actually did make it to the stairs on the Jedi Knight mode, but then I got taken out again, and then I didn't get past it. I didn't make it again. I made it there once before I went to the story mode, so give me some props for that. I tried my best, but this is, like I said, this is meant to be difficult, especially if you visit it early in the game like I was doing. See, you can see I made it over this far before, so that's when I decided to go to story mode so I could try to get past him. Because I was feeling like I was so close. I was getting further down the path, but it just wasn't enough. So yeah, we're on story mode now, and we're able to, like, you see my blocks are much better. They're actually, like, protecting me, and I didn't feel like it was able to do that on the other mode, or maybe my timing was off on that mode because it's meant to be slightly more challenging than this one. But that was the normal recommended mode that I was doing. So anyway, we're on the easiest mode, so we're going to move on. I don't need to keep repeating that. I'm sorry for that. So here we go. We got past that guy, yes. And there's going to be, I couldn't remember if another one was going to run after me or not. There's like 2 more that we had to take out, and then I think that was all of them. So yeah, it's not a very long run, but there's several enemies. So there's 3 there in the beginning, and then there's that one guy, and then there's this the guy that we just fought comes running, and then there's a guy around this corner too. So you have one shooting arrows at you, and another one's about to come around the corner. I see him there. I didn't notice him at first. He kind of got a little sneak attack on me, but yeah, so I like this mode a lot. It definitely helped me succeed in getting past these guys. I gave it a solid effort, I say, but so yeah, the blocking is much better in this mode. I do love it. And then, like, I just totally just threw that guy into the wall. He just disappeared too. It's so crazy. And then I took out this guy with one block. Really nice. So I don't think there's any more enemies after that. So when you get to this point, you got a chest you can open, which we did. It's like, hey, while I'm here, I'm getting this. And then there's also a shortcut you can unlock as well. So we got a new mantis paint job right there out of the chest. And then I'm just sort of looking around to see if there's anything I missed or any enemies that I need to watch out for. Because I wasn't quite sure if I had any more, but I think I'm done after this. Oh no, wait, there is more. That's right. There's this room. I never made it to this room on the other mode. But yeah, basically you can just sort of stand here. If you're patient, they'll fire stuff at you, but I ended up going into the room a little bit and then trying to take them out. You can do it easy with blocks. Just time your blocking right, and it'll fire back at them. I did notice there's like two versions, like this with the stormtroopers sometimes. There's like one you can block back, and then there's one that will hit you if you don't dodge it. So I'm kind of learning a little bit better about that. But yeah, there we go. We got those two guys out. So now we got a this part took a couple tries. I was like, yeah, I could take out the enemies, but I can't get up there. So it took me a couple runs to do it. You basically just wall run and jump onto the branch. It took me a couple tries to get my timing down right, but I finally do manage to get up there. So anyway, hold on here. Let's see. Is this it? I'm trying to remember how many times it took me. I think I get it on this one. Yeah. I thought I was going to miss it, but he grabbed on, so I was like, yes. And so then, yeah, you just walk over and you do another wall run and jump over to that platform. I believe we are done with all the enemies now. And we can open the shortcut. I think that's up ahead. There's a couple of cool things you can collect along here. So I was just taking it slow just to make sure that there weren't any more enemies, because it was the furthest. This is the first time that I got this far, so I was like, I don't know. I'd watched a couple people play it to kind of see like where to go and what to do. So I was just trying to like figure out, okay, I didn't remember exactly where all the enemies were, so I wanted to make sure that I was not going to be ambushed. So anyway, there we are, and you can see the save point in the background there. So we're just we've made it a little higher level. Okay, yeah, we do have another one. And there's another room here where you got to take out a couple enemies. So, yeah, I just sort of jumped down and attacked him. And this is actually a easier one because you can jump down and when you jump on an enemy, you take out half their health. We took him out like right away. And then the spider came after me and I took it out pretty fast. I forgot to move. The thing about those spiders is, like, after you kill them, they let out a toxin, so you have to move away real fast. And then there's a hidden chest in here. I almost forgot to go grab it. And I'm glad I remembered that I'd seen somebody else played this area, and I remembered that it was there. So, let's see. Okay, I'm trying to remember what's next on the path. I think we're about done. I think it's about to the end of the route. So yeah, it's a little longer than I thought. But yeah, it was fun. It was a challenge. It was a little easier with the story mode on, but I mean, I needed that. It was, I decided my player level was at that level. So here we open a shortcut, which takes us like right back out to the platform where we were earlier when we started the run. So, okay, here we are. This is as far as you can go on this route, on this pathway in Dathomir. We're about to have like a little story mode moment. Apparently I was struggling to climb this. I don't know what was going on. I think I was just like so relieved I made it this far. I was like forgetting what to do with my controller. So here we go. We get to talk to this hooded figure here.
Night sister, but unlike most, you're alive. Well, lightsaber. No, don't hide.
He knows we're a Jedi.
That would explain your survival.
Let me see. What's he saying again? I can't remember.
No one to fear. Just a traveler.
He's a traveler.
Studying the nature of extinct cultures, dead philosophies.
You study the Night Sisters?
I study many things.
Cryptic.
But yes, that Night Sister.
The Night Sisters. They live on Dathomir. I'm guessing we're going to have to come back at some point and do more. I know there's more to do on Dathomir, and obviously we can continue down the path when we learn to jump further. I think there's a move called double jump that you learn later in the game, so you can access areas that you couldn't get to before. Like there's a couple on Bogano that I know I can't jump far enough to yet, but there's clearly a way to do it because I could see like chests and items that we can collect over there. But so he's just talking to us. I thought I'd do the little story mode, and then as you can see, like that jump is way too far. We can't make it. But so basically when you get to this point on Dathomir, I just decided to talk to him a little bit more, see what else he had to say. So when you get to this point though, there's a little hidden path you can take to get the double-bladed lightsaber. You can basically upgrade your lightsaber to double blade, which is very helpful early on if you want to go attempt to get it. I like my method that I did by going to Zepho first and learning force push. That was really helpful with these enemies and getting to Dathomir. I felt like I got a little bit of a level up that way and was able to better handle Dathomir, and I still get the saber pretty early on in the game. And so here we go. We're about to get it. It's so awesome, man. It's so awesome. I'm so excited. I was so excited when I got it. I'm trying to bring back that excitement that I was feeling when it happened. So there it is. Check it out. Double-bladed lightsaber. So sick. Yes. And you can switch between your modes. So like if you have an enemy that's that you don't really need it for, like in a small space, you might do one saber. One saber seems to be a little bit better for blocking sometimes with smaller groups of enemy. Bigger crowds, the double-bladed lightsaber is great. I've been using it a lot, but I have switched back to the other one as well. Also, if you continue down this path, you can get a, there is a spot where you can find, well, I'll wait till we get there and you'll see. But if you want to continue down the path here. So yeah, there's going to be some of those spiders, which those were actually easy to take out with force push. Like, I just pushed them away and then they like immediately kill over. So that was great. And so I just waited for the toxic stuff to disappear so I could walk past. So like I already took out 2 of them, and I think there might be 1 or 2 more left when you get to the end of the tunnel. So that's what the saber really helped, but I didn't even use it. Like I took 3 out just with force push. It was like so awesome to have that ability. And so yeah, just continue down the path into the room here. I'm just trying to make sure there's no more spiders gonna jump out at me. Okay, there was 1 in the corner, which I took out. So there's 4 total in this area. If you time it right, you can just let them come to you one by one, and you don't have to deal with the crowd like I did right there. And then, so what you want to do is come over here and climb the wall. You climb up here, and you're gonna get to this Force Echo, which you want to go collect those. They're really cool, and they actually give you things like this one gave me. What did it give me? It's gonna tell me a life essence acquired. So they can actually help you like improve and level up Cal and improve his stats. Some of it improves his force abilities. So they're really good to go and collect those when you see them. So basically we're back where we started. So yeah, I'm just looking around seeing if I missed anything, making sure I didn't. And then we're back where we started, right there at the save point. So I'm about to just jump down and head back to my ship because I've done what I've wanted to accomplish here on this planet. So I decided not to save because I didn't want to respawn any of those enemies, and I had enough health and enough stims left that I could take on the ones remaining on my way back to my ship. So you just jump back here. These guys earlier, I ran past them. I didn't even really battle them. I force slowed them and ran past and jumped. I was like, I'm not even going to mess with you two. So that's how I got to that save point. Before that, you just mostly take out the spiders, which they're really easy to take out. So I recommend the first time you come through here, just force slow these guys. If you don't have the force push yet, you can do that and run past them and at least get to that save point where I originally started the video at. And you don't have as many to take out, and then when you respawn, you're always past these two, and you have a few less to deal with. So, but now I've got my double-bladed lightsaber, and I'm taking these two guys out, and I got a skill point for my efforts, so that was pretty sweet. So yeah, this thing is awesome. It's great for like everything, even with one opponent, it does pretty awesome. It was really good helping to block these guys. The way they attack with their like staff thing, it was really helpful for blocking. He kind of tried to corner me, but I got out. And there he goes. He's about to go. Okay, we got him. Also, guys, if you do play this game, make sure that whenever BD1 goes and like wants to scan something, that you scan it. It can collect useful information. I think with the enemies, it can actually tell you like the best ways to like attack them and take them out. So, but yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what my path is back to the ship. Check this out. Watch this. Okay, we got a couple spiders up here. I think I just ended up throwing them. Yeah, I just like totally force pushed him off that cliff. This one too. I'm like, yeah, I don't have time for you. I love that you can do that. The spiders are so easy. This one I think I took out with my saber. I was like, yeah, I'll just take you out here. And then I sort of fell down there. Didn't mean to do that, but so now I'm like trying to figure out, okay, how do I get back to where I was? Because I saw my ship. So there's the mantis. That's where we're trying to go. So yeah, basically just a pretty short path. Just has a lot of difficult enemies. But definitely worth it. I'm glad I went and got it early on in the game. But I did go to Zepho first, and I think that helped me somewhat. By going there and getting the force push, it was definitely helpful for some of these enemies. Obviously, you can see with the spiders, you can just throw them, chunk them out of the way, and they like instantly keel over. So it was helpful to know that move before coming here. And yeah, so that's a wrap on Dathomir. We got the double-bladed lightsaber. I'm so hyped to use it in the next coming up live streams and go adventuring on to learn new force abilities and new planets. So I will see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the last bit of the video, and bye.
Sure. I'm really in the mood for a slow and painful death. You think you could find that sort of thing on this death planet? Or maybe just bring me back something that will haunt me for the rest of my dreadful life. Any of that work, you weirdo?
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light